Welcome to class, everyone. Grab a seat. Okay, let's dive right into this. Today's explainer is going to completely flip the way you look at your smartphone screen. We're exploring the digital classroom, specifically the educational frontiers of social networking. I'm going to guide you through exactly how we can take everyday social media apps, the ones sitting on your home screen right this very second, and transform them into a highly powerful, globally connected learning ecosystem. So let me start off by asking you a quick question. When you see those notifications popping up for Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or WhatsApp, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? Are these apps just for entertainment? Like, are they strictly for watching funny videos, checking out photos, and endlessly scrolling through memes? Well, a whole lot of people assume they're simply a massive distraction. But actually, we're looking at a massive shift in how these tools are being utilized. The old assumption is that they're just for scrolling and memes. But the reality? It's a global digital classroom. Millions of students right now are actively using these exact same platforms to learn faster, communicate better, and gain highly valuable skills. And the best part? They are doing it completely for free. Social media, it's no longer just a digital playground. It's literally a limitless educational frontier. All right, here is our syllabus for today's explainer. First, collaborative study halls. Second, visual arts and quick recalls. Third, the real-time newsroom. And finally, the library and lecture hall. Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, collaborative study halls, focusing on Facebook and WhatsApp. Now, in this environment, basic peer-to-peer connection creates these incredibly powerful virtual study halls that operate around the clock. Facebook's true educational utility, it goes way beyond just catching up with your relatives. Students are actively joining dedicated study groups, they're attending live webinars, and engaging in some really deep academic discussions. It actually allows for direct connections with teachers. You can share your notes, solve doubts, and collaborate on major projects with communities located anywhere in the world. It turns a basic social feed into a highly interactive global classroom. And building directly on that peer-to-peer connection is WhatsApp, which has honestly completely changed student communication. It's become this ultimate whisper network for students. Classmates are creating instant study groups to share PDFs, assignments, and important classroom updates at absolute lightning speed. But the absolutely crucial point here is the interactivity. Teachers can explain complex concepts using voice notes, video calls, and shared documents. Students get immediate doubt solving. You don't have to wait for the next classroom session anymore, because the answers are literally right in your pocket. Moving right along to Section 2, Visual Arts and Quick Recalls, featuring Instagram and Pinterest. Microlearning. This single concept is the absolute core of Instagram's transformation into a massive educational tool. It's all about understanding difficult topics in just a few seconds through quick, visual, and highly engaging formats. Think vertical reels, carousel posts, and infographics. Today, thousands of creators are using Instagram to teach science, business, history, coding, and even language skills. So instead of passively consuming random videos, you're digesting complex information through fast-paced micro lessons that actually stick in your memory. It's brilliant. And functioning right alongside Instagram is Pinterest. This app allows you to discover educational ideas, project inspiration, diagrams, and presentations instead of just reading long, boring paragraphs of text. Think of it as an interactive visual mood board. It's uniquely powerful for designers, artists, teachers, and students who really need visual and creative references. It perfectly supplements traditional learning by helping you grasp abstract concepts entirely through rich imagery. All right, up next is Section 3, the real-time newsroom, looking at Twitter, or X. Now, this platform operates entirely differently from the visual boards we just discussed. It serves as the single fastest source of real-time educational information on the entire internet. Why? Because Twitter threads make complex topics easier to understand step by step. That is exactly why it's such a vital educational tool. By following scientists, active researchers, university professors, journalists, and industry experts directly, students get a front-row seat to global discoveries as they happen. A complex geopolitical event or a brand new scientific breakthrough is broken down into digestible, sequential threads. And because this information spreads instantly, you stay completely updated on global educational trends without having to wait months for a textbook to be published. Finally, we arrive at Section 4, the ultimate library and lecture hall, YouTube. So if the other applications are study groups and newsrooms, YouTube is, without a doubt, the king of online learning. It is essentially a giant, self-paced university lecture hall that's accessible to absolutely anyone. And the massive scope of YouTube education? It's staggering. We're looking at massive sectors from mathematics and science, programming and tech, filmmaking and arts, and language and business. The sheer volume of free digital education available here provides high-quality tutorials and lectures for almost every single skill imaginable. It is completely democratizing access to expert knowledge. But the absolutely crucial point here is the mechanical advantage of learning this way. Step 1, find visual explanations and animations that make difficult topics intuitive. Step 2, pause the video to actually process the information. Step 3, rewind to master those topics at your own speed. This gives you, the student, total control over the pace of the lecture. Think about it. You can't pause a live professor in a physical classroom, right? But you can rewind a digital tutorial as many times as you need to truly grasp the material. It's a real game changer. Okay, let's bring all of this together now. The core message of this explainer is super clear. Social media is no longer just connecting people. It is connecting people to knowledge. We've seen how these networking sites, which, let's be honest, many of us thought were purely for entertainment, actually improve communication, dramatically increase our knowledge base, inspire brilliant creativity, and fundamentally make education far more accessible for absolutely everyone. Which brings me to your final assignment. Learn smart. Use social media wisely. You have the immense power to curate your very own digital classroom. You get to decide exactly who you follow, what groups you join, and what content fills your daily feed. By being intentional with your choices, you literally turn a machine designed for distraction into a powerful engine for your own personal growth. So, I want to leave you with this final provocative question. What will you learn on your feed today? The next time you unlock your phone and open one of these apps, I challenge you to find one new piece of knowledge, master one new concept, or connect with one new educational creator. Turn your next scrolling session into an active, brilliant learning experience. Class dismissed. Thanks for joining me today.